Well, tonight, the former director of racial equity, inclusion, and belonging in Minneapolis is railing against the city and its leaders for what she calls a toxic work environment. It all centers around an event Taisha Green helped organize in February, celebrating Minneapolis' Black community for Black History Month. As Danny Spiewak explains, the city is now taking a closer look at the financing for these types of events and pushing back on Green's claims.
So the planning of the expo started in August.
Last summer, former Minneapolis racial equity director Taisha Green began organizing the city's very first Black Expo at the Convention Center, scheduled for February 25th.
I wasn't worried about the ability to raise the money, but then in October, those things started to fall apart.
Green says city staff informed her that city rules prevented her from directly fundraising for the event, creating a dire funding situation. Here's Green addressing the council a week before the expo.
The money that we were receiving from corporate sponsorships, we had to return.
Ultimately, the council approved nearly $500,000 in funding to save the expo, but Green herself admits that attendance fell short.
We had 3,700 people register for the event. I was expecting 20,000.
On March 6th, Green then sent a 14-page memo to city leaders claiming she was, quote, misguided on rules for the bidding process and alleging a, quote, toxic work environment.
And the racism and the anti-Black racism that I was personally experiencing, but that others were experiencing as well.
In the memo, which she shared with KARE 11, Green made that specific allegation against Councilmember Latricia Vetaw.
That's just really heartbreaking. The things that I did speak up about, it was about small Black businesses.
Vetaw says while some businesses benefited from the expo, others expressed disappointment in the way it was organized.
But I also had people who said, you know, I spent everything I had in this event and I got nothing.
In her memo, Green threatened to sue Vetaw, but Vetaw says she's received nothing about any lawsuit.
To be labeled as anti-Black and knowing that you're fighting for Black people, you know, it was heartbreaking.
The city confirmed that Green's employment ended March 13th. A spokesperson says the city also takes issue with her memo and that it's, quote, disappointing to see city staff publicly criticized for the hard work they do.
The mayor's office and city communications team also confirmed today that the city auditor in Minneapolis will review the bidding process for major events like the expo. Council Vice President Lene Palmisano told me today as well that the auditor will be doing a, quote, breakdown of public purpose and a look at where the money went in this event in February. Back to you.